Prices! Good freaking gracious! Oh là là, 5 euros. Ils ont du chèvreau? Ouais. Oh, ils ont du bourse! Ils ont du rond! Ah, ils ont de la loupe! Ouais, non, par contre, c'est cher aussi. Ouais, Good morning and welcome back. As you saw in my last video, we rented a car to go to that Omega Park, which was awesome. So we decided to keep the car for one more day and decided to explore a little further than Montreal. Our first stop was this really neat museum, something like 45 minutes from Montreal, and it's called the Musée Gilles-Villeneuve. So Gilles Villeneuve, if you don't know him, he's one of Canada's most beloved Formula One driver. And so this museum is dedicated to him, to his life, to his career. And it's a small one, but oh my gosh, I felt so many emotions going through it. I think we spent a good hour and a half. So basically you have his whole journey from his early motorsports days to racing in Formula One. And honestly, it's a really cool museum. I mean, you get to see racing cars, snowmobiles, trophies, helmets, photos, and also displays about his whole family, including his son, who became a champion. I think what made me the most emotional is his death, because he was only 30 or 32, I think. And so he died in Belgium in 1982 during a Grand Prix. And that was not even the racing itself. He was doing like training laps. But I feel like, it's kind of a beautiful death because he died doing what he loved. He was a very, very passionate guy. At least that's what I got from this museum visit. And so much passion, but it's still tragic, especially for his family and his numerous fans. But yeah, if you have the opportunity to visit this place, you should definitely go. So after this really nice, neat visit, and emotional, I should say, we decided to drive to Trois-Rivières, which is located 40 minutes away from this museum. And it's a really cute town, but oh my gosh, do not go there on a Tuesday. Everything is closed. We were a bit disappointed at that. We even had a hard time finding a restaurant. But yeah, I mean, it's a Tuesday, kind of like, Sundays in France, I guess. But beside this, we had fun. It really is a cute town, lots of history too. And I like the port, the old port especially. And I think next time we would like to visit this big church that is in the middle of the city. And definitely try some local food too. next day, we went back to downtown Montreal to do two exhibits at once. It was like a pass. And the first one was about the Titanic. And this was the most amazing, detailed exhibit I've ever been to. Wow, I cried, let me tell you, right away. And I just learned so much about this tragedy, but also about this whole thing that is around the Titanic, you know, from when it started to become like an idea, to its construction, to, you know, when it left for the big adventure, to the tragedy, into the after, because it's a whole thing, you know, we're still talking about it so long after. And I really wish this exhibit's gonna move around and not stay in Montreal. I think it's in Montreal for a couple more months. But I so wish it's gonna come to States and in Europe too. Many people need to see it, especially if you're a fan of Titanic, you know. But this was pretty awesome to visit. That night, my friend left and I had an early flight the next morning, so I checked in at a hotel nearby the airport, and they had this absolutely super cool, like, inside pond, and I had a lot of fun. Welcome to the States. Here's a beautiful Christmas tree. I'm in Myrtle Beach Airport. I am waiting for my boyfriend to arrive, so I thought I would say hi because it's been a while and I haven't really say hi or filmed myself in my Canada trip, which was on purpose because I wanted to be with my friend there. It was important for me to just be in the present moment. I still am filming a lot, so you probably saw that, but yeah. Welcome back to the States, people. Most of you are watching me from the States, but I can't believe I'm back. It's Friday, Black Friday actually today. New iPhone is not on sale, unfortunately. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving weekend, and this morning I woke up at 3:30, got to the airport at 4:40, took the shuttle at 4:20, and at 4:40 this morning in Montreal, the airport was so full. There was just hundreds and hundreds of people. I was so surprised. I was shocked. I mean, 4:40 in the morning, and it was not even the States. I mean, that was crazy. And then when I arrived in New York, the airport was not that busy. So I was like, okay. But yeah, anyway, it went very smoothly, fortunately. Got a bit of a motion sickness coming into New York because of the wind. But I'm all good. I'm all better now. I just wanted to mention that it's my first time coming to the States from Canada by plane. And I didn't know, but this morning I was so lucky. You know, there was a lot of people, but I dropped up my luggage and got through security in like less than a minute. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But then they put me in immigration, waiting in a file. So I was like, what is going on? And I didn't know, but you go through US immigration in Canada when you go to the States from Canada. And I was like, okay. And I really hoped I wouldn't have to do it twice, and I didn't. I arrived in New York and I just had to stay in my, terminal and wait for my next flight. So that was really cool, especially that this morning it went very well. The guy asked me 2 questions and let me go. And my never-ending issues, adventures with immigration, and I don't know why, but yeah, it has been going very smoothly. I actually went to Canada through the States. I stopped in DC and then went to Montreal. It was not a direct flight, and I had to go through customs too, but that was like small customs, like below the airport, just for people who were not staying in DC but having like other flights. And I had a girl, she was absolutely like delightful. She was like, oh my gosh, I hope to see you in Paris. This is so cool. And so far it's been great going through immigration. I don't know if it's it's a festivities and people are just nicer in general, but it feels good. Anyway, I can't believe my week in Canada is over. It went by so fast. I walked so much. It was so cold. And it was a blast. I had a blast. And I'm talking in front of a police officer, and that's kind of embarrassing. This week in Myrtle Beach will be pretty chill. We got a couple of stuff planned that I'm definitely gonna film for you guys. But yeah, it's gonna be chill. That's about it.
To an airline representative or law enforcement officer.
Christmas night. I know you may suffer light, but together we're alright. We're ready for Christmas. Can't wait to head back home. When the sleigh blows cold, I hit the road. Baby, let it
Hey, if you still didn't know, I launched a website earlier this year. On it, you can find all of my videos from FrenchTastic Explorations and some of them from my first channel, FrenchTastic. So this is the main page. Please scroll down, click on everything. I made different sections, different categories. I gathered everything around the USA, Europe, and other sections. So I think it's a lot easier than just going through my YouTube channel and the playlist. So if you're looking for more videos from FrenchTastic, you can definitely check the website.
It feels so magical. You look where we were small. Someone's been here and there. The stalk is wrong. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas night. I know you